Hey, it's your tech edit here. Today I'll be showing you all of the possible ways to fix the virtualization error in Bluestacks or just to simply enable virtualization in general on Windows 10. So let's cut the talk and get started. So the first thing that we need to do is to first check if virtualization is already enabled on our computer. To do so, simply go to your computer. Now that we are on our desktop, simply go ahead and open up the Start menu and look for Device Manager. Go ahead and open up the Device Manager app and then expand the processor list right here. And you should immediately be able to see whether you have an Intel or an AMD processor on your computer. Now that we know that I am using an Intel processor, I can now go ahead and close this window. Next is go to the description on this video and I'll be posting the links on the description. If you have an Intel processor, simply go ahead and download this utility right here to determine whether or not your processor supports virtualization. And if you have an AMD processor, simply go ahead and download this utility to do the same process. So I'm going to download this one. Next, go ahead and open it up and then proceed with the installation. And then just simply go ahead and run the app. And once you have opened this one, simply go to the CPU technologies and you'll be able to see here whether or not your processor supports the virtualization technology. So since my processor supports this particular feature, we can now go ahead and proceed with the next step, which is to check whether or not the virtualization is enabled on your computer. So go ahead and close this utility once done and then go to the taskbar and right click and click on the task manager. Go to the performance tab and click on the CPU, and in here you'll be able to see whether or not the virtualization is enabled on your computer. If the virtualization is disabled in here, then we could go ahead and enable it on our BIOS. Simply go ahead and close this window and then restart your computer. While booting up, continuously hit either the F2 or F10, F12 or the delete button on your keyboard until you are able to get to the BIOS of your computer. Go to the advanced setting and then under the CPU configuration, if you are using Intel processor, simply enable the Intel virtualization technology, and if you are using an AMD processor, it might be labeled as the SVM mode. And then simply enable that particular option to enable virtualization. Once done, make sure to save all the changes on your BIOS and restart your computer. We can then check if virtualization is properly working and has been detected by Bluestacks. After changing those options on the BIOS, we can now go ahead and go back to our desktop and then go to the taskbar and open up Task Manager and then go to the performance to verify whether the virtualization is now enabled. However, in any case that your Bluestacks is still not detecting the virtualization on your computer despite enabling virtualization and successfully verifying that the virtualization is indeed enabled already on your computer, simply reinstall Bluestacks and most of the time they should fix this particular issue. However, if you are shown with this kind of error where it says Bluestacks is unable to use hardware-assisted virtualization when Hyper-V is enabled, we can fix this by simply disabling Hyper-V on our control panel. To do so, simply go back to your desktop. Simply go to the Start menu on your computer and then look for Control Panel. Go ahead and open again the Control Panel app and click on the Programs. Under the Programs, you'll be able to see here the Turn Windows Features on or off. Simply click on that particular option and then look for the Hyper-V right here. Simply uncheck this option and hit the OK button. Once done, simply hit the Restart Now button to apply those particular changes. So hopefully you gained something on this video. Feel free to leave your comments and feedback as to whether you've managed to enable virtualization on your computer. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that like and subscribe button and bell notification to get updated with the latest tech talks on this channel. It's your Tech Edit here. See you on my next videos.